All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the hopeful elect. The title of this lesson is going to be called Public Sellout Announcement. All right, like a P.S.A, so to speak. All right, I was reading this scripture here, and through the Spirit, it sparked this lesson. Sirach chapter 22, verse 23. It says, "Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty, that thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity. Abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble, that thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage." All right. So on one side, that's teaching you, like, look, if you got a friend and he's going through some things, hey, continue to be with his friend. I mean, continue to be his friend, even while he's poor. All right. So that way, and you're not doing this with a hidden agenda. All right, you just doing this because you're a faithful friend, and he'll appreciate your faithfulness and he'll reward you. It says what? That thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage. So when he come into his heritage, when he come into, his receiving his blessings, he'll remember you and bless you too. It says, "For a mean estate is not always to be contemned." All right, a mean average. A mean estate is a lowly estate, very low. It's not always to be contemned. It's not always to be looked down upon. Nor the rich that is foolish to be had in admiration. Yeah, all these rich people, these celebrities, they're admired, but they foolish. They paint their bodies, they tattoo themselves, they got crazy hairstyles. You see them on social media doing weirdo things, but it's not gonna always be like that. But you gotta another note, you got a lot of Israelite groups, a lot of Israelite camps that do what? They break off from the truth. All right, and then they go against their men who they were once friends with. All right, who they once believed with. They believe the same way, and they go against them. So basically, like, be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty. Like, we're supposed to be neighbors. We're supposed to be brothers, regardless of the different acronyms, the titles. We are Israelites, but what separates us is the doctrine. All right. But let me jump to Isaiah 28 and 15. It says, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement." All right, and who is death and hell? It's death and hell represents the so-called white man. All right, let's prove that. It says Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." That's the so-called white man. He transgressed by wine. The wine is the philosophy. All right. He is proud, neither keepeth at home. He go across the world policing it, telling every country what they got to do. He enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. Here it is. You own the whole world, and still you ain't satisfied. You got to go out of space and do things. It says, "But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." All right, and America is known as the melting pot. That's that's the so-called white man. All right, so that's who that's talking about. All right, it says Isaiah 28:15, "Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." So you basically done put yourself under the shadow of the so-called white man's wing, because he gonna come down on us. He gonna come down against so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. But you in agreement with them. You other Israelite leaders that teach false doctrine because you sold out. All right, this the scripture saying that. All right, you forsook us. All right, going back to the Sirach. It says, "Be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty." Yeah, because we poor right now. All right, you sold out for filthy lucre's sake. You different sellout groups, you sold out for 50 lucre's sake. And then you attacked us, our apostles and elders and men at Great Millstone. All right. Well, what the bum camp? Oh, the bumites, the bumalites, the derelicts. All right. But the scripture says what? And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about what the scriptures say. All right. This is James chapter 2, verse 5. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren, hearken ye, listen. Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him? Yeah. So the Lord hath chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith. All right. That's why I said, for a mean estate is not always to be contemned, because we're in this mean estate. Okay. Let's look up mean estate. We're in this mean estate for the sake of the Lord. All right. So how could you contemn that? How can you contemn? How can you an estate? Look up mean definition. Because estate is basically saying your condition, what condition you in. All right. Go to the Merriam. Okay. Lacking distinction or eminence, humble. See, that's the point. Look. Of poor, shabby, or inferior quality or status, worthy of little regard, lacking dignity or honor, base. All right. So look. So yes, we're in that condition right now. We're in that condition right now, but scripture says it's not always to be contemned. Like it's not always to be looked down upon. All right. Because what? 1 Corinthians 4. 1 Corinthians 4th chapter. 1 Corinthians 4th chapter. Going to it. It says, I'm gonna read 10. It says, we are fools. 1 Corinthians 4:10. We are fools for Mashiach's sake. All right. So what you see, what the average individual see us doing to be foolish, we doing it for Mashiach's sake. Meaning, this is what the scripture told us to do. All right. But ye are wise in Mashiach. Right. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Yeah, we despised and we weak, but the Lord is strong and he honorable. All right. I'm gonna read now. Even unto this present hour, we both hunger and thirst and are naked and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place. Yeah, we in a mean estate. And labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless. So we out here being reviled, and how we bless, because we still come out here and teach. We still come out here and nourish, all right, and properly give proper edification through the Bible. Look, being persecuted, we suffer it and we endure it. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world and are the offscouring of all things unto this day. So we are the filth of the world. All right. Here it is. The world is wicked, totally wicked. All right. Do everything against the Bible. And even you other Israelite camps, you sell out Israelite camps, totally wicked. Here it is. You don't keep the law to the best of your ability, but you preach the law. You preach the law. And I'm addressing IUIC in particular with that, because it's all about you got the head of that camp, Bishop Nathaniel. He's he's been being featured lately on public venues. They was on the news in one of those states some months back. All right, then he did an interview that got some exposure. And the things that he keeps saying is, we're here to teach our people to follow the statutes and laws and commandments of the Most High, and et cetera, et cetera. But here it is, you and your men have linings, and there are various men in your camps with long hair. And I'm only going to address those two because those are two laws that we can keep. Okay, now we can't keep all of them. That's why we do the best to our ability, and those are two they are perfectly within our ability. All right. So it says, so that's being a hypocrite. All right. But where was I going to go after that? Let me see what I read. All right. So let me jump to, that was the Corinthians. Did I skip one? Okay, let me go to Isaiah 66. It's Isaiah 66, verse 5. It says, hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast ye out for my name's sake, said, let Yahweh be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. So you got people, you got some people that the Lord they just don't have the spirit of the Lord. They just totally blind, and they're behaving in wickedness, thinking that they're right, and the Lord gonna deal with them. But then you got the other guys that you know perfectly full well what you're doing. All right, and you sold out or whatever. Talking about some let Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai be glorified. But when Yahweh Shai come, he gonna appear to who? Our Lord willing, the hopeful elect, our glory. All right, and it's gonna be your shame because you didn't continue. Because you didn't continue with your friends, man. All right. It says, be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty. You sold us out. And you joined up with the so-called white man. All right. That thou mayest rejoice in his prosperity. So when the Lord come back to reward us, all right, he gonna appear to our glory and your shame. It says, abide steadfast unto him in the time of his trouble, that thou mayest be heir with him in his heritage. For a mean estate is not always to be contemned, because right, let me get this scripture. It's not always to be contemned, because what? This is 1 Peter 5 and 6. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. So the Lord wants us to be in a mean estate right now. All right. Humble. And when we looked up the word mean, in the Webster's, remember, it said lacking distinction or eminence, humble. All right. And eminence means a position of prominence, superiority, a person of high rank or attainment. What you different some of you different Israelite camps do. All right, you had one individual left GMS Iowa for that particular thing. Went to IUIC because of what? They're building. They have schools. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're doing all these things for to gain eminence, to gain status. But the Lord said, what? 1 Peter 5 and 6, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. All right, which is what? In the kingdom of heaven. Not now. You people selling out now because you wanna look. Let me get this right here. Yeah. See, that's one. Let me see which one I'm gonna get. Consolation. Okay, that's the one. This is Luke 6 and 24. It says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. So you people selling out for a few Federal Reserve notes, that's enough for you? Let's look up consolation. Consolation. I'm just gonna read. Look, comfort. Look, comfort. So you come. First of all, the comforter. First of all, we in hell. All right. First of all, we in hell. All right. We in the land of the valley of the shadow of death. And what comforts us in this hell is the scriptures, knowing that there's a way out of it, knowing that we got a place in the kingdom of heaven if we follow the instructions the Lord left behind, which is in the Holy Bible. That's our comfort. That we gonna have. We gonna see the reward of our enemies. Salakia. Salakia. Let me grab a scripture real quick. This is Psalm 58, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judgeth in the earth. And that's what we waiting on. All right. We waiting on the reward for the righteous. Here it is. You sell it by selling out, you partaking with the wicked. We don't want the wicked to partake in our reward, and we don't want to partake in the wicked's reward. All right. So let me go back to that word. Look, comfort. All right. So let me see. Admonition, consolation, solace. That which accords comfort or refreshment. All right, it's solace. You know, you watch the game shows. They got the consolation prize. All right, and they'll say, look, you got door. You can get door number 1, and you don't know what's behind it, or you could take the consolation prize, which is like $1,000. Now, what can potentially be behind door number 1? It'll be like, let's say it'll be either $1 million or it'll be a bag of peanuts. So you got to take a chance, But you people fearful of missing out on that chance, they take the consolation prize. It says that which affords comfort or refreshments. That's their solace. That's their comfort. All right. Here it is. The Lord told us what's behind door number 1. The kingdom of heaven is behind door number 1. All right. If you remain on the path, then you gonna get it. All right. You can't be scared. All right. You got to ask the Lord to strengthen thy mind. Matter of fact, let me get that. All right, because we weak. We just read we weak, but he's strong. All right, we know that we'll prevail if we walk in his. Let me see. Is it strengthen thy heart? Am I spelling it right? It's like, because this is scripture that says the Lord will strengthen. The Lord will strengthen your heart. Let me see. Here go one, just Psalm 73 and 26. It says, my flesh and my heart faileth, but the Most High is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Yeah, so doing it on your own, yeah, you ain't gonna make it. But if you trusting in the Lord, then look, you going for door number 1. Yeah, it's a possibility that it's a bag of peanut, like the scripture says. You got fire and water on either side, so you got to walk that straight path. All right, walk that straight path to get that kingdom of heaven behind door number 1. Fuck them. Don't even regard them peanuts. Keeping your eye on the prize. Don't even worry about falling. And the scripture says a just man falls 7 times, but get back up again. All right, because what? My flesh and my heart faileth. Yeah, because we weak. But the Most High is the strength of my heart, and heart means mind. So we got to ask the Lord to strengthen our mind. All right. Let me see. I think it's one more in the Apocrypha. I'll attempt to get that. And then, let me see. Just because the reason I want the description I'm thinking of is because I like the way it reads. You know what I mean? Let me see. Apocrypha. Let me see. It's just the way it reads. Okay. Oh well. Well, I can't find it. Nevertheless, the Psalms was good enough. But let's jump to we'll end it with this Luke. This Luke 18. Luke 18 and verse 7. It says, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. So, for if you sold, oh, see, here go another one in the Apocrypha. If you turn away from your righteousness, then the Lord ain't got no pleasure in you. All right, so like in 1 second. And by selling out, that's what you have did. All right, that's what you have did. But no, the scriptures, the Lord actually hates you. Okay, because there's a scripture that says that's something that he hate. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I got my apocrypha here. Let me see. Let me see. Type in soul hate. Let me see. Let me see apocrypha only. Man, sometimes that happens though. You can't find scriptures you want. Let me see. He that turneth from well, I can't find it, so like if for that. Forgive me for that. But yes, the scripture speaks about if a man leave off from his righteousness, the Lord will there's three things the Lord hate if a man that turns from righteousness. I'm gonna get that. The Lord hate a man that turn from righteousness. I must get that. Yeah, that's one in Ezekiel, yep. But I want the one in Sirach though. Yep. Sirach. Yep. It's Sirach. Oh, it's 25, huh? Yep. Sirach 25. Sirach 25 and yeah. Okay. Khan. The water. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. Basham Kodash. Alright, Sirach 25 and verse 1. Okay. I think it's 2 though. Sirach 20. Wait a minute. Didn't they just give it to me? Oh boy. Sirach. Sirach. My soul hate thee. A man who turns back from righteousness to sin. Right, Khan. Oh, maybe it's 27. Let me see, where is that? They ain't. But anyway, man, here it is right here. It said, "A man who turned back from righteousness to sin." Okay, this is my last attempt. Satan. And then they're gonna do it in all caps. I'm trying to search it in the Apocrypha. Anyways, Salakia. With that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Shalom.